Pre-market levels are one of the most overlooked tools in a trader's playbook. But if you know how to use them right, they can give you a serious edge. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to identify them, why they matter, and how to build trades around them. Let's get into it. Before the market officially opens, there's already trading activity going on, and that's called the pre-market session. It typically starts as early as 4 a.m. and ends right at the opening bell at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. During this time, price moves, sometimes a lot, based on things like breaking news, earnings reports, analyst upgrades, downgrades, overnight global market sentiment, low float runners catching momentum. Now here's the key. Even though volume is lower and fewer traders are active, this price action still leaves behind important levels that we can use once regular trading begins. These levels include pre-market low, the lowest price reached between 4 a.m. and 9:30 a.m. Pre-market high, the highest price during that same window. These levels act like early support and resistance zones. Why? Because institutions, algorithms, and early retail traders have already reacted there. So when the regular session begins, those same levels often come back into play. Think of pre-market levels as footprints in the snow. They don't just tell you where price has been, they hint at who was there, what they were doing, and what direction they might go next. When institutions or early traders react to news, like earnings or a major catalyst, those reactions leave behind clear price levels. These levels aren't random. They represent real buying or selling interest. So when the regular session opens, other traders are watching those same zones. That's why you'll often see price bounce, stall, or break right at those pre-market highs and lows. They're not just lines on a chart. They're the first signs of intent in the market. Now let's add the pre-market indicator to your charts. Let's head on over to TradingView and click on the Indicators option on the toolbar. Next, search for pre-market levels. We're going to use this indicator from UkutaLabs. It's super useful. I'll also add the link for this indicator in the description below. Now that we've added the pre-market level indicator to our chart, let's quickly review the settings. The settings are simple to work with. You can tweak the visuals if you like, but I usually just stick with the default. They work well for most setups. Once the market officially opens at 9:30 a.m., pre-market levels become more than just lines on a chart. They turn into key reference points for your decision-making. These levels often act like magnets or barriers, and how price reacts around them tells you a lot about market sentiment. Let's break it down into 3 common scenarios. Scenario 1. Breakout above pre-market high. When price breaks above the pre-market high, it can signal strong bullish momentum, especially if the move is backed by rising volume. But the key here isn't just the breakout, it's the confirmation. What you're looking for is a clean breakout, a retest of the level, or tight consolidation above it, and continuation on solid volume. Here's a closer breakdown of how this setup works. This is NVIDIA on a 5-minute chart right at the market open. We'll need to wait for a few candles to form before considering any trades. The opening candle has broken above and closed decisively over the pre-market high, but we'll need additional confirmation before considering a trade. The market is consolidating while holding above the pre-market highs, exactly the kind of price action we're looking for. In addition to the consolidation, the market is forming a bull flag, adding further confidence that this breakout has the potential to continue. Next, we get a strong bullish candle that breaks out and closes above the bull flag. There's also a noticeable uptick in volume, a solid indication that this move is likely genuine and not a trap. This is an ideal setup for entry. We'll position our buy order just above the high of the prior bullish candle. We'll set our stop just below the consolidation low, giving us a bit of breathing room while still keeping risk tightly controlled. Finally, we'll aim for a risk-to-reward ratio of 1 to 1.5. The following candle activates our order and closes above the entry point, an excellent start to the trade. After a few more bullish candles, a doji appears, an indication that the momentum may be starting to fade. We'll need to watch a few more candles to determine whether the market is simply pausing or if the upward move has come to an end. 2 bearish candles appear. This could simply be a pullback, targeting stop orders from traders who moved their stops to break even. Next, 3 consecutive bullish candles form, strong confirmation that buyers are re-entering the market, attempting to push the price higher. The next few candles display indecision, with neither buyers nor sellers taking clear control. For now, patience is key as we wait for the market to choose a direction. Continued indecision and lack of clear direction, price has now retraced back to our entry point. At this stage, it's likely that many traders who took the same setup have moved their stops to break even. The next candle should offer a clearer signal on where price is headed next. A strong bullish candle closes at a new high, an encouraging sign that the move may finally be ready to resume. Three additional strong bullish candles close at a new high for the day. This is precisely the move we were anticipating. And with that sustained upward momentum, price has successfully hit our target. Scenario 2. Rejection at pre-market high. Sometimes the pre-market high acts as a ceiling, and price fails to break through. This rejection often traps breakout buyers and offers a great short opportunity. What to watch for? Price tags the level and immediately pulls back. Weakening volume on the test. Bearish reversal candle. Here's a closer breakdown of how this setup works. In this scenario, we'll once again be using NVIDIA on a 5-minute chart. Just like in our previous setup, we're starting right at the market open. Naturally, we'll need to wait for a few candles to form before considering any trade entries. Right out of the gate, buyers drove the price slightly above the pre-market high, but sellers quickly stepped in, causing the candle to close just below that level. Once again, buyers attempted to break above the highs, but sellers responded swiftly, pushing the price back down. This is a strong indication that sellers are actively defending the pre-market high level. At this stage, we can begin watching for a potential short entry. However, it's important to remain patient and wait for additional confirmation before committing to the trade. Once more, buyers tried to push the price above the pre-market highs, and once again, sellers forcefully pushed it back down. It's clear that sellers are firmly defending that level. We're also clearly seeing an ascending triangle forming just beneath the highs, a classic bullish pattern. However, the declining volume and repeated failed attempts to break through the pre-market highs suggest this setup could still break down. The next candle breaks below the ascending triangle and closes beneath it, marking the first session candle to close at a new low. We need to be cautious here. This could still be a bear trap set by the bulls. Two more bullish attempts to drive the price higher have failed. This is starting to look less like a bear trap and more like a failed breakout from the ascending triangle near the highs. This is an ideal setup for entry. We'll position our sell order just below the low of the prior bearish candle. We'll position our stop just above the high of the day, setting us up for a favorable risk-to-reward ratio. Once again, we'll target a risk-to-reward ratio of 1 to 1.5, which also happens to be the pre-market low. For this trade, we'll set our take profit just above the pre-market low. This helps ensure that if buyers step in to defend the lows before price reaches that level, our order is still likely to get filled. Our order is filled on the next candle. After one final attempt by the buyers to hold the price up, sellers took over, driving the market lower, likely triggered by stop orders from early aggressive bulls who got caught in the failed breakout. With momentum shifting in their favor, the sellers drove the price all the way back down to the pre-market lows, hitting our target perfectly. Scenario 3. Range play, stuck between pre-market high and pre-market low. When price opens and trades within the pre-market range, it often means indecision. There's no clear breakout, just chop between the pre-market high and low. In this case, you can either sit on your hands and wait for a breakout, fade the edges, shorting near the pre-high and going long near the pre-low, using tight stops and fast profit-taking. Here's a closer breakdown of how this setup works. Just like the previous two scenarios, we'll be using NVIDIA on a 5-minute chart. However, in this example, we'll be focusing on a setup that forms well after the market is opened. As we can see, the market opened with an initial push upward but was quickly rejected at the pre-market highs. Sellers drove the price all the way down to the session lows, ultimately closing below the pre-market low, a clear sign of bearish strength early on. Some of you might recognize this setup from our previous example. It's the same trading session where we executed a successful short position. However, in this example, we're focusing on trading within the pre-market range. Now that price has moved from the highs to the lows and broken below, the key question is this a true downside breakout or just a liquidity sweep before price returns back inside the range? Next, we see a strong bullish candle closing back inside the pre-market range, suggesting the previous breakdown may have simply been a liquidity sweep rather than a true breakout. This could be an opportunity for a very aggressive entry with a favorable risk-to-reward ratio. If the market is set to range today, this setup offers a chance to get in early with a small position size to keep risk controlled. We'll position our buy order just above the high of the previous bullish candle. We'll place our stop just below the recent lows to protect against further downside. Just like our other examples, we'll target a risk-to-reward ratio of 1 to 1.5. Before we go any further, it's important to highlight that you should always backtest any strategy or setup yourself. Content creators, including us, often showcase the cleanest examples to explain concepts, which can give the impression that executing these trades is easy. In reality, consistent success comes from practice, discipline, and thorough testing. Here, a second consecutive bullish candle forms, triggering our buy order. Two more bullish candles appear, followed by a small bearish one. So far, the setup is looking favorable. Two strong bearish candles appear, reminiscent of the pullback in our first scenario, indicating a possible temporary retracement. Patience is crucial here. The next candle or two should confirm whether the trend will continue or reverse. Next, a powerful bullish candle closes near its high, exactly the kind of confirmation we were looking for. A continuation bullish candle is followed by an inside bar, signaling a potential pause before the next move. Price keeps pushing higher, maintaining upward momentum. Since our target was just narrowly missed, you have the option to take profit now and lock in a win, or hold the position while moving your stop to break even or higher to eliminate any downside risk. Next, price reaches our target. Whether you took profit after the initial near miss or held through, both approaches would have resulted in a successful trade. The key takeaway: never miss an opportunity to put money in your pocket. By moving your stop up, you locked in gains and ensured the trade stayed profitable. In conclusion, the cleaner and tighter the range, the more reliable the reaction at the edges. But remember, tight risk, fast exits. Final thought: these three setups, breakout, rejection, and range play, form the foundation of how traders use pre-market levels. The beauty of this approach is that it gives you structure from the very start of the session and helps you stay objective instead of reactive. If you found this video helpful or learned something new, make sure to give it a like. It really helps the channel grow. Got questions or want to share how you use pre-market levels? Drop a comment below. And if you want more trading tutorials like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss an update.